Alright, so good morning everybody. So I had a person the other day online I saw, they were saying, so what is love? A lot of people are under the impression that love is but yet a feeling of physical or emotional, of contact, or just like most people get in marriages, they last yet 6 months to a year. And that's because they laid into it the fact is feeling of emotions being physical. No, that's wrong. Let's put it this way. A woman has a baby, and that first feeling of touching that baby and emotions, of holding it, looking into the baby's eyes after pushing it out after about 9, 13, 20 hours of pushing that baby. That's like the feeling of holding God in their arms. You know, like me personally, I never pushed a baby out. Of course, that's virtually impossible, physically impossible. Men just don't have that capability, right? Me personally, I can speak from my experience. All the moments going to prenatal appointments for all my children, listening to the monitor at that ultrasound, hearing the heartbeat pulsating and pounding on that monitor coming out of the speakers, seeing the ultrasound in that black and white screen, watching that little nugget on the machine, going to every prenatal appointment, making sure my significant other at that time took their prenatal vitamins. The moments when I held my babies everywhere I went when they were just infants, feeding the baby foods and having spit up all over me, changing diapers 97% of the time, having blowouts, or the moments when my son peed on me, even hit me in my face. Reading bedtime stories and lullabies that I sung to him even though I couldn't carry a tune. The moments when they were sick and had colic, waking me up 3 to 4 times every hour or even on the hour. Every doctor appointment with the pediatrician, waking them up feeding a bottle, or sitting into a NICU, going to surgery appointments, or the moments when I sat in ERs or at the ICU with my significant other at the moment. I mean, I'm going through a divorce right now, and I've been through a divorce with even my first wife, spending 12 years with the first wife, even though I was divorced because of the matter of her committing adultery, or the 19 years I put in my marriage with the one I'm walking away, even though I felt like the love wasn't there with her. Things happen, and I believe in God. I wasn't a perfect husband, but I did the best I could. The only thing is I can do is better for the next. I'm not giving up on love. But the thing is, I stuck around and took on responsibility of stepkids, 3 of them, to matter of fact, and showed compassion. Never asked them to call me father. Never asked them to call me dad. Simple James was just fine. The fact of the matter is, I stuck around with her, even though she was 14 years older than me at the time. I never looked at people by the way they looked. I looked at it as, I'm not a shallow person. Also, loving yourself. Look in the mirror, the person you are. You know, beauty is not the outside appearance, it's from the in, the heart. It's a fact of knowing that you care about somebody to the point you do anything. You know, love is looking in somebody's eyes and seeing the inner soul and the beauty of their heart. The moment you will travel the distance and do just about anything, standing up and helping them when they fall, having an argument and working out the difference and not going to bed angry. Not always being the one that's always right, and compromising and coming to a resolve. Supporting each other and indifference. You know, the greatest thing about love is the imperfection is always the greatest perfection in life. Love is understanding that it's okay to be weird sometimes, or indifferent or not perfect. It's being yourself. That's the beautiful thing about love. It's be weird sometimes. Let the world see you for who you are. That's the gift of love. Ultimately, Jesus was love. Yahweh, or that was love when he hung up on that cross. The greatest love was God. He made everything we know in us. So if you want to know what love is, it's not just physical. That's a lovely feeling. Love, you can't buy love. Love can buy you happiness and a good time. I'll tell you that right now. And I like to feel good times sometimes. I'm a guy. You can look for love in all the wrong places. But sometimes love, well, yeah, I'll tell you one now. Love will find you. And when it does, you'll know it. But I'll tell you, love starts within you. And this world needs a lot of love. Let your beacon of light shine bright. Be the one that passes that torch on to the next generation. But now you know what real love is. And it's like life. I remember love cutting into the umbilical cords of my children, touching them for the first time. Umbilical cords are not easy to cut. It's a crunch that goes down and it just slips across the, surgical scissors when you cut the umbilical cord. It's a crunch. Holding my babies for the very first time, the doctor didn't even get a chance to touch them. As I placed them on my ex-wife's, I placed them on their belly and handed them to them. The gift of life. Yeah. I was the first one to touch them. The beauty of looking at them as they expanded and the air hit them lungs and they just popped up like a little life, little mini me's. Because God put the air in them. You know what? That's love. Life is love. And you know what people say? Is God real? You're damn right he is. You're damn right. We're living proof of it. Because you know what love is? My heart is God. That's love, baby. You know it. So guess what? I taught you a lesson today. Because that little love feeling that people get being with people and thinking you know love because you get little hurt feelings about how you feel emotionally. I've made mistakes. But mistakes are forgiven. And Jesus died on that cross and forgave me. So if you got hurt feelings about certain things and you think you know love, well, God's love. Remember that. You learned a life lesson today. James Nowicki from Baltimore. I'm going to teach a little thing about love. Because I have much love from God. I haven't found somebody to match me yet. So if you think you know a little bit about love, let me teach you a little bit about love, baby. Love you guys. God bless you. From Baltimore, Maryland, baby. Keep shining, baby. God loves you, and I love you too. Bye-bye.